Dust motes danced in the pale moonlight filtering through arched windows. The air hung heavy, thick with the scent of aging paper and forgotten things. Towering shelves, crammed with leather-bound volumes, cast long, eerie shadows that stretched and twisted like phantoms. Each book seemed to pulse with a life of its own, whispering untold stories in the stillness. The silence was broken only by the creaking of the building, settling into its ancient bones. A sense of watchful anticipation clung to every cobwebbed corner, every time-worn inscription. This was no ordinary library. This was a vault of whispers, a repository of secrets best left undisturbed. Elias, young and filled with a reckless curiosity, stepped cautiously across the threshold. His flashlight cut a narrow beam through the oppressive darkness, illuminating the dust-choked air. He was a collector of forgotten lore, drawn to the mysteries whispered in hushed tones and hidden behind locked doors. He ran a hand along a shelf, fingertips tracing the spines of ancient tomes. Each title promised adventure, each page a portal to worlds unseen. He felt a thrill course through him, a heady mix of excitement and trepidation. This place, he sensed, held stories that yearned to be told, secrets that whispered his name. Elias pressed deeper into the labyrinthine aisles, his footsteps echoing softly on the worn stone floor. He could almost feel the weight of unseen eyes following his every move, hear the rustle of unseen pages turning. A shiver ran down his spine, but he pushed on, his thirst for knowledge outweighing his growing unease. The deeper Elias ventured, the more oppressive the atmosphere became. The air grew colder, the silence more profound. He felt a prickling sensation on the back of his neck, a feeling of being watched intensifying with each step. The shadows seemed to writhe and twist, taking on grotesque shapes that danced just beyond the reach of his flashlight beam. A sudden gust of wind slammed a door shut somewhere in the depths of the library. Elias jumped, his heart pounding in his chest. He turned, his flashlight beam darting nervously across the shelves, but he saw nothing. It was just the wind, he told himself, just the old building settling. But deep down, a primal fear began to stir. He hesitated for a moment, the silence pressing in on him. He could turn back, leave this place to its secrets, but something, perhaps the whispers themselves, urged him onward. He took a deep breath, steeling his nerves, and continued his exploration, his flashlight beam cutting a shaky path through the gloom. Elias ventured deeper, noticing strange occurrences. Books flew off shelves, pages rustling like whispers. Disembodied voices whispered his name from the shadows. He found a hidden chamber behind a moving bookcase. A flickering candle illuminated ancient scrolls. A cold breath brushed his neck. He spun around, but no one was there. Shadows danced in the candlelight. Elias unrolled a scroll. A chill ran down his spine. The scroll spoke of a dark pact. The pact resonated within the library's walls. The scroll detailed a ritual, a means of binding the dark entity to the library, its power contained within the very books themselves. But the ritual was flawed, incomplete. The entity, it seemed, could be controlled, but never fully bound. And now something within the library was stirring, its power growing with each passing day. As Elias read further, he realized with a growing sense of dread that the scroll was not merely a historical account. It was a warning. The entity was seeking a way out, a way to break free from its prison of ink and paper. And it seemed that he, Elias, had become an unwitting pawn in its game. The air grew heavy, the shadows pressing in on him like suffocating hands. The whispers grew louder, more insistent, urging him to continue, to finish the ritual. He could feel a presence in the room, something ancient and malevolent, watching him, studying him. His hand trembled as he reached for the next scroll, compelled by a force he couldn't comprehend. Elias discovered a counter-ritual to banish the entity. It required a blood sacrifice. He hesitated, realizing he might be the only one to stop it. The whispers grew menacing. He felt the entity's power. Elias made a choice. He would complete the ritual. He began to chant, feeling a surge of power. The whispers were echoing